guys, what's good? Welcome, Yepa, Shamanic practitioner, raising the vibrations across the nation. I'm so glad to have you here. Again, welcome. Today, this is going to be a collective reading. We're welcoming this new moon in Libra. All right, came in yesterday. Um, we also have the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio that's coming up, I believe, either on November the 2nd or November the 9th as well. So, however, though, this particular video is going to be pertaining to the new moon in Libra, okay? I'm going to be utilizing my astrology deck that I've created and adding another deck with it. So, let's see what's going to come up. Because this is a collective, though, it's important that you take what you feel resonates and leave what does not. For some of you, the things that I'm going to be saying in this reading have already started to occur. Why? Because many of you are moon gods and goddesses. So with that being said, anytime that there is a shift in the cycles of the moon, like full moon, new moon energy, even Mercury retrogrades, things of that nature, you guys will feel the energies 1 week before it actually comes into focus. And 1 week after it leaves, you'll be dealing with the post shadow, which is what I call the side effects. Okay? So let it cook. All right? For some of you, some information I'm going to say is going to resonate with you right now. And the rest is not, because it's prophecy. What shall to come to pass. So continue to watch this video as you begin to see how things unfold. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you can become a part of the tribe. All right, and let's go ahead and tap on in. All right, Divine Spirit, I'd like to do a collective reading here for the channel on this new moon in Libra. For those that's going to be watching this video, what do you want to talk to the collective about during this new moon in Libra? What you want to talk to the collective about during this new moon in Libra? What do you want to talk to the collective about during this new moon in Libra? And final shuffle, new moon in Libra. What you want to talk to the collective about? All right. What you want to talk to the collective about? What's in store for the collective during this new moon in Libra? What do they need to know and be aware of during this new moon in Libra for the collective here? All right. Speaking to some of you guys, could be Geminis. All right. But we got the card of Gemini. What you want to talk to the collective about during this new moon in Libra? What you want the collective to know about during this new moon in Libra? What you want the collective to know about during this new moon in Libra? We do have expansion in relationships. Okay. What you want to talk to the collective about? Okay. We got mutable signs. So Gemini again coming out very strong here. Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Okay. Some of you, this is your sun, moon, and rising sign here. Okay. What you want to talk to the collective about, Divine Spirit, pertaining to this new moon in Libra? Okay. We got breaking free. And overall energy here during this new moon in Libra. Overall energy here for the new moon in Libra for the collective here. New moon in Libra for the collective here. We have Aries. Overall energy here. Okay. So, yeah. So let's remove this out the way for a minute. I want y'all to look at something. We are tapping into Libra, right? Energy. Libra is what? Balance. 2 green, 2 oranges. So the chakras that's going to be of major focus for the collectives, for those that watch this video, okay? It's going to be your heart chakra and your sacral chakra, okay? Balance. Balance in your thinking. Balance in your communication. Balance in your actions, okay? Balance all across the board. Balance, okay? Now let's bring this back up here. Aries. Now, I'm going to be throwing information out, all right? So again, take what you feel resonates, leave what doesn't. So during this new moon in Libra, some of you may be experiencing issues in one of these areas, okay? Your arms, hands, your shoulders, your collarbone, those are aspects of the body that is connected to the frequency of Gemini, okay? So you don't necessarily have to be a Gemini in order for you to be experiencing some of those physical symptoms. It's just acknowledging that these are some areas in which some of you could be experiencing some type of issue or discomfort here. Also head and face, so like headaches, things of that nature here as well. Arthritis for those that suffer from chronic pain, such as myself, for my fibromyalgia warriors and my lupus warriors, okay? You may be experiencing a little bit more frequent flare-ups, okay, as well here. Even for those that have had previous injuries, right, in specific locations that has been brought up, you may experience some issues there, teeth, things of that nature, okay? Gemini is communication. So, during this new moon in Libra here, some of you are going to be receiving some important information, some important communication, okay? So if you've been waiting to hear back from someone, you're going to be receiving something, all right? Also here, for my communicators, for my influencers, right? For those that have a destiny surrounding their throat chakra, this is your time. The new moon in Libra, confirmation, showtime, lights, camera, action. Hype it up, push it out. All right, express it, write it, get that book out, okay? Get that podcast going, get them videos flowing, okay? This is the time, all right? For others here, you could be having some important meetings, some important conversations that's going to be taking place with people, all right? For some of you, you may be having a conversation with the Gemini person, all right? But for others, it's having important conversations. It's important during this new moon in Libra that you be mindful in how you are communicating with yourself, communicating with the universe, okay? This is a time where your spirit team wants you to be intentional about what you say and think before you speak, okay? Libra is the planet of Venus. Venus is the frequency of love, okay? So during this time frame, for those that are in committed relationships here, there's going to be maybe some deep conversations that you and your person are going to be having during this time frame. This is a great time to express yourself, to communicate effectively, healthy, balance, okay? Not from a place of ego-ness. You could get very far within the relationship, in which could actually help bring a sense of expansion in this connection, all right? So if there's been some things that you've been wanting to speak about with your partner, this is the time to do it. But just again, be mindful of your approach and your attention behind it here, because there could be expansion in the relationship, growth in the relationship due to a better level of understanding here. Gemini is also air energy, which is also the mind here. So for some, there's going to be expansions in your relationships romantically. However, again, a relationship is a bond that's shared with one another. So it doesn't necessarily have to be attached to a romantic partner. Many of you are going to be having some level of deep communication with someone, right, that you do care about, someone that you do love here during this new moon in Libra here. And I feel that with this level of communication, it's going to either open up the communication, it's going to open up the relationship dynamic between you and this person here as well, on for the better, okay? The other part of this is going to be very important during this new moon. What is new moons about? New moons is a time of manifestation. New moons is a time of beginnings, okay? So it's going to be important that you are being expansive in your own communication, Be mindful of the intentions that you set. What is an intention? Look at it as uploading the universe. Just like you download your apps on your phone, or upload certain things to your computer. You are uploading to the universe here. That's what intention is all about. Uploading to the universe. So be mindful. Speak in expansion, all right? Don't speak in poverty. Don't speak your circumstances. Speak power over your life during this new moon, okay? Um, Heavy Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces energy here as well. You're really going to feel the impacts of this shift, and this is going to be not just for my sun signs of these zodiac signs, but if they're in your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. Okay. But not limited to, because everybody is going to be impacted in some shape or form. But for these particular signs, it's kind of heightened. All right. Mutable signs are highly adaptive people as well here. So I feel that during this new moon in Libra, it is asking for us to be adaptable, to allow yourself to become adaptable. Okay. That's not the same of like tolerating or putting up with here as well. It's just kind of looked at like being flexible. All right. Being flexible here. Now you have the card of breaking free here. Some of you with this Aries energy here, we are already in Mars. Mars is in Scorpio. Yeah, Mars is in Scorpio right now up until like November the 12th. I think it came in around September 21st or 22nd, one of those days. Don't quote me. So many of you have been feeling these energies starting September 20 to 22nd when Mars actually went into Scorpio. So some of you guys could definitely be Scorpio here as well. I feel that this new moon is going to have energies of the full moon too, but I feel like that could be because of the solar eclipse that's connected to this new moon. So that means that even though new moons is about manifestation and the new beginnings, we're getting a touch of that full moon, which is going to consist of releasing. So there is going to be a lot of healing that's going to also be coming through this new moon in Libra, but Libra is to bring fairness. Libra is to bring in balance. Libra is to bring in just energy here as well. So it makes sense as to why we would be doing that frequency of healing, of releasing and breaking free. For some of you, when it comes to relationships here, this is going to be a time frame where it's like going to be a make it or break it situation here. Because for some of you, there could definitely be a lot of expansion within your romantic connection. But for others here, it may just be the opposite. It may be a time where you're going to be parting ways here. All right. For those in which that is going to experience a breakup or choose to kind of take a step back from a situation, that's because you're in this energy of I am. That's what Aries is all about. I am. Aries is first house energy. That is about aspects of self, your individuality here. Okay. So if you are breaking free from someone, not in necessarily a romantic sense, okay, because a relationship is a bond they share with one another. So you may be pulling your energy back from certain friendships, job relationships here as well. During this time frame here, you are releasing, you're shedding, you're letting go, because you have embodied this energy of I am. Like there is a level of realizing your worth, okay, to a certain extent. And with you realizing your worth here, those things that you once looked at as possessions or prizes or something that is honorable in your life is no longer valid for your life. Now, in that context, all right, this is going to lead to expansion. So either way, this new moon in Libra is bringing in expansion here. All right. Um, and not just in relationships when it comes to people. Okay. A relationship is a bond, an attachment here. So this could be pertaining to work. This could be pertaining to like you do this job and you do this job, but during this new moon in Libra, that balance is coming in and it's like, okay, I'm not going to be doing this no more. I'm gonna be doing that. That type of energy here as well. Okay. Um, look at that. As I was getting ready to pick up the other deck, the bottom of the deck, cutting your losses. All right, that's that breaking free here. That's that I am energy here. So there's been an expansion in your spirit. There's been an expansion in your power. All right, I say. There's been an expansion in your level of empowerment here. All right. You starting to heal more of that sacral energy here. Look at that. That balance is still there though. Bring it though. Bring it. That balance is still there. We still got 3 green and 3 oranges here. Things are being brought into alignment for you during this new moon in Libra. Okay. And I be down. Right up under that. Learning to balance relationships with grace. That goes back to that highly adaptable here. All right. And when it comes to expansion in relationships, because for somebody, this may just be for one or a few people in the relationship during this time frame, you're going to realize like, yeah, there really are some differences that I have with this person. Like we really don't see kind of eye to eye on certain things here. However, though, it's like, even though you may not see fully eye to eye on everything, this person brings that balance in for you. And it's like looking at it from that perspective is obtaining that level of grace behind the situation, in which causes this connection to expand. All right. Okay. All right. Divine Spirit. Astrology reading for the collective. This new moon in Libra. What's in store for the collective? Shuffle 4 times. New moon in Libra. New moon in Libra for the collective. What you want to talk to them about? New moon in Libra for the collective. And new moon in Libra for the collective. I'm going to shuffle. Alright, overall energy here we have hydromancy. So during this new moon in Libra, your spirit team is saying work with the energy and the frequency, the element of water. Okay? I've been hearing a lot of people say, you know, work with the energy of fire, which is nothing wrong with that, okay? Period. It's really not. But Libra is feminine energy. Feminine energy is about receptivity. Receptivity is about flow, okay? Flow is the water, hydro, okay? So connecting with the element of water. So during this time frame, do your spiritual baths, okay? Not necessarily like, you know, protection or banishment. You know, now if you feel you need that, it don't have to be no season for you to do what you need to do. But when it comes to new moon, you want to do spiritual baths surrounding peace, surrounding self-love, surrounding like you can do like money spiritual baths here, road openers during this time frame, things of that nature here as well. All right. Some of you have the ability to read water too. But yeah, the theme is illusion here. All right. So it is acknowledging that, you know, Libra energy is the Justice card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, right? And justice is attached to karma, and karma is truth. Karma is truth here. So during this new moon in Libra, some of you guys are going to be seeing the truth of something, a truth within yourself, a truth within a situation here as well. And for others, you are going to be breaking free from certain illusions, where it's kind of like you thought you were seeing clearly about a situation, but you really wasn't. And now during this new moon in Libra, you're going to gain that level of clarity. Okay, you're going to gain that deeper insight into something in which you've been confused about, in which you've been uncertain about. Okay, All right, what you want to talk to the collective about during this new moon in Libra? Just 3 cards, new moon in Libra for the collective here. New moon in Libra here for the collective here. So we do have void here, number 52, void of course moon, missing. All right, so during this new moon in Libra here, like I said, it's coming with a pinch of full moon energy here. So during this new moon in Libra, some of you guys may be feeling some type of void. I feel like this is going to be in the beginning stages, okay? Like the early first week or so, I'll say the first week of this new moon, okay? Some of that past residual energy is going to be coming in. But I feel that as it continue to moves into the previous week or the following week here, whatever that void is no longer going to be there, okay? And if that void is there, it is down to the minimum, right? You're feeling more whole, you're feeling more full, even though, you know, the picture is not completely painted all the way, right? But there is a level of groundedness that you have, okay? So that's something that's coming through here. Yeah. We do have Yoid destiny here. All right. So during this new moon in Libra here, many of you are really going to be working on your destiny, working on your life purpose here, your soul's purpose, the reason why you are here as well. So if you're watching this channel, right, and whatever work it is that you do during this time frame, that's what you're meant to be doing as a part of your life purpose here. All right. So, yeah. It's giving me this new moon in Libra is you're going to feel a sense of purpose. There's a sense of wholeness that's coming back to the collective here. All right. In a way, in some area of your life. Okay. One more card here for the collective during this new moon in Libra. Cancer, I feel. All right. So Cancer strong. Some of you guys could be Cancer risings. All right. Now the Cancer energy is always 4th house energy, and it's Cancer is connected to the moon. The moon is the soul here. Cancer is, I feel, that's your emotions here as well. So my moon goddesses, okay, you are really feeling it. If you come on your cycle during this time, and you know how they say during the full moons, but like I said, this new moon is giving us a little pinch of full moon energy. So if you came on your cycle within a week before or during this new moon here, you are a moon goddesses. Sorry, you are moon goddesses. All right. So during this new moon in Libra here, I feel like feel through your emotions. Okay. Because again, that releasing is going to come to the forefront. The more that you feel, the more you know. The more you feel, the more you become aware. The more you feel, the clarity that you gain. The more you feel, the guidance is going to be given to you. I don't know. The more you feel. So allow yourself to feel during this time frame. This is giving me being empathetic, okay, towards yourself as well as to others, okay, as well. Some of you, this is not going to be for all, but for some of you, you're going to be hearing some communication of move. You're going to be moving, all right? You're going to be cutting your losses with something. For some of you, you're moving. You're going to be moving during this time frame, or here's some type of communication that's going to come in pertaining to that. For others, this could be in aspects of job, okay? Whether, like, you know, you're getting to a place of this I am energy here. And it's like, I don't think that this is the one for me. I'm about to go ahead and make my exit. I always recommend, don't never leave a job, right? Until you got something else lined up, okay? Not that, oh, I got an interview. Don't quit your job just because you got an interview. You better wait till you sign every documentation and you know it's stamped and sealed. Then you be like, deuces, you know? Interesting. Got a bird. This flew right past. Oh my God. Oh. Primordial mothers. They are so present. It's like they playing, chasing each other in front of my window here. You guys are about to lift off some areas of your life here. So much freedom. So much carefree energy is coming. This new moon is bringing imbalance, guys. It may start off and don't feel that way, but it's bringing imbalance here. This is kind of like a road opener that the universe is doing here. All right. When it comes to those that may have not been taking action towards like goals pertaining to their life purpose or things that they want to pursue during this new moon in Libra, all that you have to do is listen to your heart and do what you love. Everything else is going to unfold naturally. That goes back to the becoming highly adaptable. There's something about that highly adaptable energy here. All right, that's coming into the collective. All right, so I'm going to pull one more deck and we're going to close out this reading. I didn't want it to be too long. All right, any final messages here for the collective during this new moon in Libra? Final messages here for the collective. Final messages here for the collective. Give me 3 cards here. The collective, new moon in Libra. What's in store for the collective, new moon in Libra? All right, so they came out all 3 at one time. All right, we have full moon in Sagittarius. I don't make this up. What did I say? I said that this is giving us a pinch of full moon energy in the first card that came out. All right, and look at that. I don't know why I saw a scale. That's not a scale. That's a bow. I need to wear my glasses. But anyway, my third eye saw a scale, so it's a scale today, okay? So again, symbolic of Libra energy, all right? But anywho, it says, look at the bigger picture here. So during this new moon, they want you to look at things from the bigger picture here. And if you just allow yourself to feel through things right now, you're going to see the bigger picture, all right? Because you're being brought into alignment. So if you're being brought into alignment by the Most High, you have no choice but to see the bigger picture because the universe... You get the drift, okay? We do have here the end of a tough cycle is going to approach full moon in Capricorn. So I'm talking to my Sagittarius, Capricorn energies. Crazy this Capricorn came out because I did hear that here. So certain tough cycles that you guys have been going through is coming to an end here. Like I said, the first week you still may be feeling some of the residual energies for what's already come in. But again, that level of wholeness, that level of completeness, that you're going to feel within oneself, within a situation in your life is getting ready to happen during this new moon in Libra. And look at that. I don't make this up. Your North Node. All right. That's your destiny here. So for those here, if you don't have an astrology chart, astrology app, I recommend that you download it and look in your current placement and look in your North Node. Read about your North Node. This is going to give you a lot of insight on where you need to be focused at right now, what you need to be doing right now, where you need to be at. And if you read it and you're like, well, I'm not even here, then that means you got homework to do. Okay? If you want to catch up. Okay? But this is the time of stepping out of your comfort zone. And it goes perfectly. It goes perfectly with the Aries I am energy. Okay? Because when you are in that level of embodiment, it's like, shit, I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. I'm about to try this. I'm about to try that. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in this I am Aries energy, and not from a place of ego, but just a level of confidence and self-assuredness. All right? You don't mind trying something even if it don't work out. Because you just believe in yourself. That's how you become a multimillionaire. You know? That's how you become that first millionaire in your family. You just try it. Because you know you can do it. Whether it work out or not. At least you know you did it. For some of you, you're going to fuck around and find out that it was hidden in plain sight. And it's going to take you where you need to go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this information was beneficial to you. Definitely hit that like button if you choose to. If you enjoyed your stay thus far, don't forget to hit that bell so that way you can receive notification as to when a video does upload on my channel. If you're interested in more personal reading with me, spiritualvibrations.org. The information is in the description box below. And until next time, I'll say yo.